now to the Eastern Cape. Police Minister Bheki Cele was there today, promising arrests following yesterday's violence in Gqeberha. The unrest reportedly stems from a road rage incident involving a taxi driver and a man driving an Audi. It triggered violence that left vehicles and businesses torched in some areas. So Cele visited the area today. He said police capacity is going to be increased. And our reporter Nceba Ntlanganiso joins me from Gqeberha. Nceba, so the minister visiting Causton today, which is where the incident occurred, started off as a road rage incident, but it seems it quickly escalated. What happened during the police minister's visit? What did he have to say?
Yes, thank you so much, Cele. Minister Bheki Cele was here this morning, here in Port Elizabeth, where he spent a longer time behind the closed doors in the police briefing. You will understand of what happened yesterday, where we have seen some people who were carrying big firearms, and some firearms were discharged, even in public. And 8 vehicles, taxis that were torched, as well as 3 private cars that were torched. So you'll understand that definitely he needed more briefing regarding to what happened yesterday. The meeting did take place between the 2 stakeholders, the taxi operators, as well as Somalian as well as Muslim business community, where they discussed the solution towards of what happened yesterday. And afterwards, Minister was taken right here in Causton, in Durban Road, where am I right now, where he was taken to the incidents, where the incidents occurred. And he have seen for himself what kind of a place Causton is, and especially this Durban Road. And afterwards, the minister briefed the media of what happened, actually of the resolutions that have taken place from the meeting. Well, in a nutshell, the minister have said he have come to know, or this have come to his attention, that this place is the most notorious area here in Gqeberha, of which it needs an urgent intervention. And some of the things, actions that the minister said will take place: number 1, a high police contingent, high police visibility that will take place right here in Causton. And secondly, he says that all the people who were involved in the crime arson that took place yesterday, he wants those people to be arrested, as well as the firearms that we have seen people carrying up right here in public. He wants those firearms, police to search them and to find those firearms where they'll be taken for ballistic testing. And basically that's what the minister said coming out of the meeting where he briefed the media this afternoon.
Yeah, and he's also spoken about undocumented foreigners, saying that that's something they need to clamp down on as well. And of course, that's a worrying issue, because what we don't want to see is xenophobic violence or, local communities fighting with foreign communities. So that's a real worry. And I'm wondering how the various communities of the area have reacted to what the police ministers had to say.
Well, the tensions were really high even today when the minister, just after the minister left the area. We had the police who went to one of the shops right here in Causton, where they were doing the search there. That took about 5 hours, I'm telling you. And while that search was taking place, outside here, we have seen the taxi operators facing the foreign nationals, where they were shouting at each other, and I could hear others saying that, "Where are your passports? Where are your passports? You must go back to your places. We must go back to your place of birth," and so on. So tensions were really high of what was taking place here today. As a result, the police had to come in where the stun grenades were shot in order to disperse or to avoid any kind of tension that was about to establish from there. Yes, Cele, the tensions are still very high right here in this place of Causton in Gqeberha.
So tension's still high. You mentioned 8 taxis, 3 cars destroyed yesterday. We've heard overnight of 2 shops, one I think in Nceba and another area, that have been burnt down, owned by foreigners. But am I correct? It's not clear if that is linked to what happened in Causton.
Yes, and we can't confirm that at this stage, of which I took a drive to go and see for myself of what happened. And in Nceba, I've seen a shop which is a foreign national-owned shop that was torched last night. And so I couldn't get the owners in order to tell exactly what happened and to confirm whether this is related to what transpired here yesterday. Yes, we can confirm, and the police did confirm that 3 shops have already been torched. And but the police are saying they're going to put this under surveillance in order to check that this doesn't spread. As well as the taxi operators, they've made a vow that says that they will make sure they don't want to see that spreading out of Costin to see happening in other parts of Gqeberha or of the country. They are committed. They committed themselves to make sure that they solve this together with the business community or with the stakeholders involved.
So it still sounds fairly tense, but under control for now. Thank you so much for that update. That's our reporter in Gqeberha, Nceba Ntlanganiso there.